It's T-Bell time, baby. What's up, everybody? I'm Matt Shaver, and recently my buddy Leo, who might be the biggest Taco Bell fan I know besides myself, asked me if I would try all of the items on the Taco Bell value menu and rank them in order of best to worst. So I have every Taco Bell menu item in this bag. Now, I'm also gonna be honest. I added 2 more items to this that I think should be on the value menu at Taco Bell, but for some reason, they're not. I added a beefy soft taco, which is a classic Taco Bell menu item, and I added a beefy crunchy taco. Again, another classic Taco Bell menu item. They're both $1.49. I think they should be $1, but I don't run Taco Bell, so who cares? The total price for all this food was like $9.99, so really breaking the bank for this one. All right, enough talking. Let's get into it. We have the chips and cheese, a crunchy taco, 2 pathetic Cinnabons, a cheesy roll-up. How do I know it's a cheesy roll-up? Because there's more packaging than there is actual food. A cheesy bean rice burrito, beef burrito, chicken chipotle melt, and a soft taco. I also got some fire sauce, but I'm not gonna be using it. Basically, here's how I think this is gonna work. I'm gonna eat everything, and I'm gonna rank them on taste, concept, and value. Taste is obviously how good they taste. Do they taste good? Do I like the taste? Do I not like the taste? Second category is concept. Does this thing have the essence of Taco Bell? Taco Bell is not fully Mexican food. It's not like any other fast food. It is its own unique thing. So what I mean by concept is this an innately beautiful Taco Bell creation? And then lastly is value. Most of the things here, besides the crunchy taco and the soft taco, are $1. So I'm gonna be ranking them on how much bang you get for your buck. So that's the scale I'm gonna kinda use. And to keep it more objective, I'm not gonna add sauce to any of this stuff. Now, I know when I say that, a lot of you think I should go immediately to jail, but for sake of this video, I will not be using any sauce. You ready to get started? First up, the Cinnabon 2-pack. Why am I starting with dessert, you ask? Because I'm a fucking savage. Okay, it's been a long time since I've had one of these. There's only 2 in here. You get 2 for $1, so this is 50 cents worth of food. Kind of like a pastry version of a gusher. I'm not a huge fan of there being warm, creamy stuff inside that bursts out in your mouth. But I mean, it's fried and covered in cinnamon sugar, so it's good. I mean, if I was stoned, it would be even better, but at 1 in the afternoon, I don't know. So the Cinnabon, taste-wise, I'm gonna give it a 6 out of 10. The taste is good when you're eating it, like, it's rich, it's very sugary, sweet. I have none of that left in my mouth anymore. It's pretty much just a little bit of dough sensation. Concept, it seems like a pretty unique Taco Bell concept. Let's take something that's a little like churro, a little like our cinnamon twists. Was that a value menu item? I didn't see it when I was ordering. Don't leave hateful comments. It is a pretty Taco Bell item. I'm gonna give that an 8. And then for value, like I said, it was 2 for $1, 50 cents each. Was each of those worth 50 cents? I don't think so. So I'm gonna give it a 2 on value. All right, next up we have the soft taco going in. I can't remember the last time I had one of these without sauce on it. The lettuce sucks. Keeps getting between my teeth like it's trying to floss. People are always debating which is better, the soft taco or the hard taco. I think it depends on how you were raised. I was raised a hard taco kid, so I have an affinity for hard tacos. Taco Bell soft taco, I will say though, it's much worse without sauce, and it's much worse when you're not fucked up. I'm gonna give the soft taco a 5 on taste. It is what it is. That's a 5 on taste. Concept, I'm gonna give it a 2. Taco Bell didn't invent the soft taco. That's probably the least Taco Bell thing on the Taco Bell menu. So I'm gonna give it a 2. And then value. I would say the value for the soft taco is a 1. It's not a ton of food. It's not even on the value menu. That cost $1.49. Next up, we have the crunchy taco. Now, when I look at this, when I see this compared to the soft taco, this already looks way better. Again, another classic Taco Bell menu item that is not on the value menu. Going in. It's interesting how big of a difference having a hard shell makes for the lettuce, because the lettuce tastes way better on this than it did on the soft taco. All right, I'm gonna go out and say it. I'm gonna end the debate right now. Taco Bell crunchy taco, infinitely better than the Taco Bell soft taco. The only way the soft taco is palatable is if you douse it in some kind of Taco Bell sauce. This, on the other hand, this is remarkable. Like I said, I'm biased. I was raised a hard taco shell kid, but go out there, buy a soft taco, buy a hard taco, eat them back to back. The hard taco blows it out of the water. I think the only reason the soft taco is considered something you'd order at Taco Bell is because people are so high sometimes, they're worried that they might cut their mouth on the hard taco. That's the only reason I can think of why people order the soft taco. All right, so as far as the score goes, a hard taco is not a new concept. So I'm gonna give that the same as I did the soft taco. I'm gonna give it a 2 on concept. All right, as far as taste goes, I'm gonna give it a 7.5. It blew the soft taco out of the water. water. It's a classic Taco Bell menu item for a reason. Again, I don't know why it's not on the value menu, but it is fantastic. And if you're looking for something to get there, it's obviously a good choice. On that note, value-wise, I think the hard taco, personally, I can eat them more quickly than the soft taco. So sometimes it feels like it's not as much food. I'm gonna give it a 5. I'm gonna give it a 5 on the value. Okay, next up we have the cheesy roll-up. Cheesy roll-up. This is probably the first thing that many of us learned how to make ourselves. Simple enough, take a tortilla, put some cheese inside, melt it, voila, you're fucking Gordon Ramsay. Going in, the cheesy roll-up. I mean, what was that, 10 seconds? It's gone in 10 seconds. It's cheese, it's a tortilla. I mean, it's like peanut butter and jelly. You can't go wrong. All right, cheesy roll-up, simple concept, cheese, melted on a tortilla. I'm gonna give it a 0 on concept because any 3-year-old child with access to a microwave can invent this in their own head. And then they think they created it, which they didn't. But every child has a moment where they go, I should be a chef. I should be on TV. I just created possibly the best food of all time. Taste-wise, I mean, for some reason, that works so well. It is like the opposite of my parents' marriage. I'm gonna give it a 7. I don't think it's as good as the crunchy taco, but it is good. I mean, it's a flour tortilla with melted cheese. If you argue against that, there's something wrong with you. As far as value goes, probably on par with the Cinnabon things. It should not be $1. It should actually be illegal to sell that for $1. I think the only reason people really buy this is if they have kids. So with that being said, I'm gonna give it a 1 on value. I'm a thirsty boy. All right, next up we have the beefy bean and rice burrito. I think this is the heftiest thing that came in this order. All right, going in. Kind of like eating glue. Not that I would know. I think it's the first thing I've had today with rice on it. Taco Bell has good rice. I mean, it's not high quality rice, but it's well flavored rice. So it took me like 15 minutes to eat that thing just because of how sticky it was. But I have to say, that was really good. And I want to say this now. I purposely didn't say this up front because I didn't want you to discredit any of my rankings. I'm not a huge refried beans fan. Normally, I do not order things with beans on them at Taco Bell, but I have to say that may have changed my mind. That was delicious. Going into the rating, as far as taste is concerned, I'm gonna give that an 8. I think that was a solid 8. Pretty delicious, if we're being honest. As far as concept goes, it's okay. They've definitely taken the idea of a beefy beanie burrito and made it their own. I don't think this is novel by any means. Ugh. It definitely has flourishes of Taco Bell throughout. I'm gonna give it a 5 on concept. And as far as value goes, that is a 10 out of 10. Compared to everything else we have here, it's the heftiest. I think it had the most food in it. And if you were to eat a couple of those, I think you'd be pretty full. Time for the chips and cheese. So I just wanna add a disclaimer here. I fucking love the chips and cheese. I think I get the chips and cheese every single order, and I think I've gotten them every single order since I was like 6. Taco Bell's chips are very unique, and their nacho cheese sauce sets the standard for what nacho cheese sauce everywhere should be like, in my opinion. Yeah, the Egyptian pyramids are cool. This blows them out of the fucking water. I don't know who made this. They deserve a Nobel Peace Prize. They deserve to be a billionaire. And the funniest part is it's probably just some food science nerd in California, but holy shit. I would lick this off of anyone's anything. After 20 years of eating Taco Bell, I think I've finally found the perfect pace for eating the chips and cheese at the right rate. So you don't run out of chips first, but you don't run out of cheese first. If you're interested in knowing my secret, you can buy my book, The Chase for Chips and Cheese. I'm gonna say this, if you don't use your finger to give the nacho cheese container a rim job and then lick your finger, you are not a Taco Bell fan. Tonguing the cheese container was actually my first sexual experience. Now, I'm gonna try to be as unbiased here as possible. The chips and cheese give you a full serving of Taco Bell's nacho cheese sauce, which is one of the greatest nacho cheese sauces on planet Earth. For that reason alone, the taste is a 9. Concept-wise, it's right on par with the soft taco and hard taco. They didn't invent the chips and cheese, they just fucking made great cheese. So I'm gonna give it a 2 on concept. Lastly, we have value. This is an interesting one because it's a small menu item. It doesn't come with a ton of cheese, doesn't come with a ton of chips. But the thing about any sort of nacho is there's so much crunch and there's so much work involved to eating it that it takes you longer. And because of that, I think it actually makes it more filling. Plus, you get a full serving of Taco Bell's nacho cheese. So as far as value goes, I'm gonna give it a 6. Next up, we have the chicken chipotle melt. Every like 3 months, Taco Bell comes out with a new value menu item that has chicken and like this chipotle sauce on it. Back when I was in high school, it was the chicken flatbread, which in my opinion is Probably the greatest Taco Bell value menu item ever. This is, it kind of just looks like a cheesy roll-up with chicken and that sauce on it, that Chipotle sauce, I think. Anyway, going in. I'm not kidding you when I say I could eat 20 of these. I don't know the actual name of that sauce, like the Chipotle cheddar or whatever it is. It's the same sauce that Taco Bell used on the chicken flatbread. They use it on a ton of their chicken items. That might be my favorite sauce in the entire world. It is astoundingly delicious. Like I said, mid-bite, I could eat 20 of those in a row, and probably will for Patreon at some point. So as far as taste goes, that is a 10 out of 10. As far as concept goes, that is a Taco Bell concept. This is where Taco Bell thrives. Let's take something we didn't invent, the cheesy roll-up, and let's take something we did invent, chicken smothered in this Chipotle whatever sauce. Let's combine those two things into one Frankenstein menu item to create a masterpiece. That is what Taco Bell is all about. They've gotten away from that a little bit. You know, that's how they came up with the Doritos Locos Tacos after killing that intern that created it. This is Taco Bell's wheelhouse. It's their bread and butter. It's their beef and cheese. As far as concept goes, that is a 10 out of 10. Absolutely remarkable. Taco Bell, you need to make more things like the chicken Chipotle melt. All right, lastly, we have value. It was kind of small, I'm gonna be honest. I ate it pretty quickly. Not the most filling, not the most bang for your buck, but as far as the incredible deliciousness you get from it, I would say the value's pretty good. So I'm gonna give this a 6 on the value scale. All right, and last, but maybe not least, the bean burrito. Hello, Jeremy, this is Dr. Frank. I have some bad news. This, like the cheesy bean and rice burrito, is a hefty boy. I do want to correct that from earlier. There was no beef on that other burrito. It was just cheese and beans and rice. I'm an idiot, my apologies, but I already ate it, so $1 bean burrito going in. Beef burrito. Okay. Has this always been around? I don't remember this always being on the value menu. This is pretty fucking good. Did this replace the beefy Frito burrito? I think this is the beefy Frito burrito without the Fritos. Fuck, that's good. Wow, okay. That was fantastic. If you're looking for a beef experience, if you're going to Taco Bell and you're like, I want a fucking burrito, that is what you order. Sorry, just restarting my heart. Taste-wise, that is a 9 out of 10. It is a Taco Bell beef burrito with other Taco Bell elements in it. I mean, how much more could you really want in life? Traditional, but delicious. Concept-wise, Taco Bell took the idea of a beef burrito, Taco Bell-ified it a little bit. Nothing major. I'm gonna give it a 6 on the concept scale. And lastly, for value, that is right up there with that bean burrito at a 10 out of 10. Delicious, filling. You know, if you had 2, 3 of those, if you're me, 6, you're gonna be full and you're gonna be satisfied. All right, the numbers have been crunched and the results are in. The #1 item on the Taco Bell value menu is the chicken Chipotle melt. I mean, it's a fantastic menu item. It's delicious, it's filling enough, the sauce is fantastic. It is everything Taco Bell was made to be in a $1 menu item. In second place, we have the beef burrito. Again, just another classic concept that Taco Bell has mastered. If you liked the old beefy Frito burrito, it's the same thing, but without the soggy Fritos in it. So it's actually an improvement, I would say. And in third place, we have the bean and rice burrito. Again, I'm a little surprised by this as someone who's not a huge fan of Taco Bell beans. They work super well in this, and for $1, it's probably the most food you're gonna get out of anything. So I'd highly recommend giving it a shot. So just to reiterate, the top 3, the chicken Chipotle melt, the beef burrito, and the bean and rice burrito. In fourth place, we have the chips and cheese, a classic. If you're looking for some crunch in your value menu purchase, go ahead and get the chips and cheese. In fifth place, we have the Cinnabons. You're not getting a ton for $1, but they are delicious, and if you're looking for something sweet, I say go for it. In sixth place, we have the hard taco, a classic taco concept, but just not worth that extra 49 cents. And tied for last place, we have the soft taco and the cheesy roll-up. It's very hard to get a good cheesy roll-up unless it is fresh and you're eating it at the restaurant. And the soft taco, maybe I had bad lettuce on mine, but it's pretty much an abomination and just an excuse to eat Taco Bell sauce. All right, that's gonna do it for today. If you enjoyed this video, please like it and subscribe to my channel. What did you think of my rankings? Do you agree? Do you totally disagree? Did I miss something? Does your Taco Bell have something different that mine doesn't? Tell me, because I will yell at the people at my Taco Bell. But seriously, if you disagreed or agreed, leave it in the comments below. And if you want to see me do something like this for any other menu or any other part of Taco Bell's menu, let me know, because I love eating stuff and I love sharing my opinions on them, even though you probably don't care. Until next time, I'm Matt Shaver. Thanks for watching.